Hi, this is Anthony Becker in Digital Sculpting 1. I'm here to talk about my progress and the way I liked the course. So, firstly, favorite project is definitely this last one. I'd had enough skills to actually do it correctly. Um, I could go in and model the way that I wanted to. I ended up having a really good time with it. Didn't find too many difficulties. One of my favorite processes was the original block out when I was getting the face figured out. Having the method where I was putting multiple pieces of shapes on there or structures on there in order to actually like mold them into place was a lot easier, and it ended up making my lines a lot easier to work with and a lot crisper than what I was used to in the previous style. And then of course breaking everything down, remeshing everything, all that kind of stuff in order to kind of get all of the shapes that I wanted to the way that I wanted them to be. So I ended up pretty happy with the project. As far as like difficulties with it went, the hair, trying to get this hair to sit and be exactly the way that I wanted it to be. If you break away all the other shenanigans and get it out of the way, you kind of see the back of it. Still didn't make me all too happy, just the way that it was kind of sitting and the way that it ended up not basically looking spectacular without the model in there. It just kept on doubling in on itself, which was kind of difficult to work with. I ended up just playing with it for a couple hours and it finally got to sit the way that it needed to. And then after Z remeshing it, it kind of actually set up pretty well. Good thickness, but I ended up liking it. Another one of my favorite parts probably is setting up this whole headdress on the native chief. It was kind of awesome. Just playing around with it, had a bunch of different poly structures in there in order to kind of get it to do what I wanted it to. But yeah, that was a good grip of fun. Overall, really enjoyed making models and learning how to. I kind of got a lot out of it as far as what I needed to do in order to model correctly. So I think I've made a substantial amount of progress from day one. I'm not so bumpy as far as all of my modeling actually goes. I know how to move any of the polyforms and to get them to actually set the way that I want them to. And I kind of cracked down on how to get fine details out of like these shapes without really having to go too crazy on the subdivisions, while but also using the higher subdivisions to my advantage to get very small details like cracks in the skins and little dimples and stuff like that in there. Um, but yeah, so it was nice taking the class, and I can't wait to continue modeling in the future. I do definitely see me modeling a bunch. Uh, One of my pathways that I want to take is modeling and texturing. I want to do character design and creation. So having this in my tool belt is going to be super helpful. Well, thanks. Talk to you later.